What's going on, everybody? I'm going to get started here in just a few minutes. Just making sure I got everything good to go. Super excited to get in this. This is the latest and greatest from the Final Fantasy TCG, which, yes, I know a lot of you don't even know this is a thing. What's going on, Hilario? How are you? 14 legend cards. I'm interested to see how many of them we're going to pull during this, especially with a full booster box. I do like that they still call it Opus, even though they started naming the sets. But yeah, Opus 25. But yeah, between the pre-release kit and this, we have 45 packs to get through. So good to hear. Yeah, it should be exciting for sure. I always love my Final Fantasy TCG stuff, and unfortunately, it's not as easy to get, not readily available. And they don't push out as much as other TCGs, so it's always nice when I get a chance to to open some of this up for sure. All right, we'll give another minute or so. We'll reset the playlist and we'll get started. Hopefully everyone had a good week and looking forward to their weekend. All right, back this up just a little bit. All right, what's going on, everybody? WakoBako here. Today is another Final Fantasy Friday. Today we're going to be opening up the latest and greatest from the see, that's what happens, from the Final Fantasy TCG. This is Tears of the Planet. Now we have the pre-release kit, which I showed this off previously, but this has 9 packs, an exclusive promo, some card sleeves, and a really cool note that's in there. So we'll take a look at that first. And then we have a full booster box of Tears of the Planet. Should be pretty fun. I'm super excited to go through this. Again, I haven't really seen too much of the artwork. I do know some of the big cards like Aerith. And I think there's a Zack and Cloud full art. What's going on, Trainer Glenn? How are you doing? But yeah, this should be pretty fun. So one quick announcement real quick before we get into this. So I talked about it on the last stream, but I was mentioning that I may or may not be able to stream on Sunday. It's looking like I won't be able to stream this Sunday just because I'll be traveling. I'll be out of town all of next week. I'll be back on Friday though. Oh yeah, the box art is beautiful for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be traveling back home on Friday, so I may do another Friday stream. If not, I'll save it all for the next Sunday. I know I'm having some stuff come in the mail while I'm gone. I'll be able to pick up some stuff while I'm out and about. So yeah, just an update there. Yeah, still got a CGC submission out there. It's being processed actively, so hopefully that picks up some traction this week. But yeah, just wanted to do a little update there. But without further ado, let's get into this. So I'm going to move this out of the way for the time being. Don't worry, it will come back. We're going to focus right now. Hey, Nugget, how you doing? We're just getting started, so perfect timing. Again, Tears of the Planet pre-release kit. It's a nice little sampling. You get 9 packs in this. Plus, this is the only place you can get this promo. Oh, absolutely, yeah. They're definitely going to be beautiful display pieces. And that's why I also like the pre-release kits, because, again, it's the same artwork. So even if you get this, it's a little smaller, a little more manageable, but it's still just as beautiful. And again, whether you open it or not, it's still a nice display piece. So let's take a look and see what we have in here. Ooh. Oh, man. Wow. We're going to get to that promo in just a second, but I always like looking over these little notes here. So again, and this is from the Final Fantasy TCG North America team from Square Enix. So again, thank you for purchasing Tears of the Planet pre-release. You know, some of this stuff includes a special foil gold stamped card of Aerith from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's that gold signature card that we're going to be chasing. Tetsuya Nomura did the artwork for that. And then you also have cards from Final Fantasy 4, 10, 2, 9, and more. So, and again, I like this, you know, it also says, good luck with your pull, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you at the next event. Super nice. I would love to see Pokemon do this, but we probably won't ever see that. But let's get right into it. I'm super excited. This promo is absolutely beautiful, so I'm getting the sleeve out right away. I do collect all these pre-release stamped promos there, and again, it has the set name on it. But we have Red 13 in the backdrop there, a very, very iconic scene from Final Fantasy VII. And this original artwork, you know, back in 1997, looked drastically different than how this looks now. But this red 13 looks absolutely sick. Super excited to have that. We're going to keep that off to the side because we have the promo there. Again, card sleeves you can only get with this here. And then we have our packs. So again, we're going to start with this here. Finally found a Final Fantasy playlist on YouTube that's DMCA free. It's kind of fitting because most of it is Final Fantasy 7 related. So it works. Yeah, I'll just lay everything down here. Again, we have 9 packs to go through. Weird little shuffle. There are more packs in this than usual. Yeah, so 12 cards per pack. And then same thing on the box. It shows all the stuff you can get from this set. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Definitely glad I pulled away from that one. Definitely didn't want to be screaming in your guys' ears as I cough. All right, so here we go. Leave the promo down here, looking nice. We got the packs up here. We got the box. All right, let's get started. First look at Tears of the Planet. I'm trying to hold myself from saying Tears of the Kingdom because I know that's Zelda, but it's very, very close, so cut me a break. All right, starting off with Vincent. And again, we'll probably go slow through these first couple ones, right? Look at all the artwork, and then we'll pick up pace as we go along. So Vincent, obviously from Final Fantasy VII, this is the Rebirth artwork. We have Maynard from Final Fantasy IV. We get Theodore. This is from Final Fantasy IV as well. Loving the artwork so far. Cecil, very iconic Final Fantasy character there. Another character from Final Fantasy IV. These are all of our commons, by the way. They kind of do this by rarity, just like all the other TCGs at this point. We get Slice from Type 0. Another Type 0 character. We get Cater. So let's see. We should be coming up on... So remember, each of these packs have premium cards, or just kind of like reverses. That's also a spot where you can get the big hits. What's going on, Wabbit? How we doing? I want to say it's this one here, but it might be the next one. So let's take a look. What's behind Cater? Okay, so it's definitely behind the next one. We get the Gimme Cat. Absolutely amazing artwork there from Final Fantasy IX. And okay, so here's our first start. First what we got in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, man. Okay, 6 start. The young Sephiroth artwork. Wow. You know, this was one of the few cards I did see that kind of got leaked to me early on. And I was talking to Mewtwo Dude about it. We've never seen this artwork of Sephiroth, a young Sephiroth like that, before his hair was long, before he got super dark. But this is from Ever Crisis, one of the mobile titles, or you could play it on Steam. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card there. A huge start. I'm going to carefully set that off to the side and we'll sleeve it up in a second. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, another absolutely beautiful card. We get Fusoya. Very, very awesome artwork there. I like that a lot. That is a hero rarity. And that Sephiroth was a legend rarity. So one of the 14 legends that you can get in this set, which doesn't sound like a lot, but again, that's the highest rarity you can get from the Final Fantasy TCG. So hopefully we can see as many of those as possible with no duplicates. That'd be nice. All right, so we get Aerith, obviously the star of this show here from Final Fantasy VII, and this is her Rebirth artwork. This is a rare. We get the Hell House, absolutely amazing. You know, out of all the times, you know, people play Final Fantasy or other RPGs, and you never thought you'd have to fight a house. Well, here you go. And it was even scarier when they put it in Remake and redesigned it. Definitely a creepy opponent to go up against. And then last but not least in this pack here, we get the Scarmagolian. I'm just going to call it that. Pretty close, probably butchered it, but we have another rare. So very solid start. Let me go ahead and sleeve up Sephiroth. Man, one of the cards I was hoping to get, and we get it in the pre-release. We haven't even gotten to the booster box yet, so definitely take a look at this one more time. Very, very beautiful card there. I do have a stack of Cloud and Sephiroth cards I'm planning on getting graded, so that's going to get added to the pile for sure. Just line all this up now. So this will all sit in place as we go through the stream. Yeah, and then our legend rarities right here on the end. And then obviously once I move this, we're going to lay all the big hits up top. But there we go. First impressions, absolutely amazing. Definitely off to a strong start. Good old young Sephiroth. I love it. All right. The other thing I like about this, and it's kind of hard to see on camera, but the back of these cards have like a matte finish and it's textured. Really, really premium cards. All right, let's see what we have here. So we have Borgin from Mobius Final Fantasy. We get the Avalanche member from Final Fantasy VII. We get the Elite Riot Trooper from Final Fantasy VII. We get Luca from Pictologica. It's kind of like when they did a series of like the Chibi style artwork. We get 8 from Type 0. Again, Type 0 had 13 different characters, or at least main characters, if you will. I know it sounds like a lot, but there's 13 students that attended that school. Cater is part of that batch there. Well, Cater's another character, but yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7. So the 8th card is the hit in this. I'm just going to keep track in my head as we go along. So card number 8 is the hit. We get Palom from Final Fantasy IV. Let's see what's behind Palom. Ooh, nice. All right, another absolutely beautiful card. We get the Tifa from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Absolutely amazing card there. That is a rare. So not a legend rarity, but still a beautiful card. Let's set that off to the side. We get the Emperor from Final Fantasy. What is NT? Final Fantasy. What is that? I feel like that's a character from Final Fantasy IV. Oh, duh. It's Dissidia. Sorry. It's one of the fighting games that they did. It's pretty much all the main good guys versus all the main bad guys. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That is a hero rarity. Ooh, very, very nice. We get Cam Lynott from Mobius Final Fantasy. That's another rare. Kane, very, very iconic Dragoon from Final Fantasy IV. And we get Lenora from Final Fantasy IV as well. So definitely seeing a lot of Final Fantasy IV artwork already. Very, very nice to see Tifa show up, though. That card is absolutely amazing. Get another sleeve out. All right. Beautiful card for sure. Yeah, so we should be seeing a good amount of cards from, excuse me, from Rebirth. Obviously, that's kind of the main focus of this, and then some other cards here. Obviously, the other cards we're looking for are any Amano artwork. As I mentioned before, for those of you that aren't familiar with Final Fantasy, Amano, the illustrator, is very similar to what Arita is for Pokemon. So, yeah, it would be huge to pick up some of those cards for sure. All right, so we have Porum, Yuffie, another iconic character from Final Fantasy VII. And we get the Black Belt from Final Fantasy III. Okay. Slice again from Type 0. Palom. All right, so we had some good luck with this one before. Palom, let's see what's behind you on this one. Ooh, okay, nice. I like that. That is just a common, regular premium card there, but we get Armstrong, another house that has a giant gun on it. Yeah, pretty cool looking card there. Ooh, and right on cue, we were talking about Amano artwork, and there's one right there. We get Salamander from Final Fantasy III. Very, very unique art style compared to a lot of other artwork you're going to see in this opening, but Amano is definitely iconic and has a hero rarity. All the Amano cards get sleeved up because I have a separate binder for them. So we get Machina from Type 0. We get Yuna. Very, very interesting design on Yuna. This is from her 10-2. And I'm assuming New Kid will show up at some point because supposedly 10-2 is his favorite Final Fantasy. But yeah, there you go. There is Yuna from 10-2. That is a rare. And then we get Matt from Ever Crisis. All right, nice. Off to a good start for sure. Let me sleeve up the Amano artworks. I'm going to do something a little bit different with these. So obviously, again, these go in a separate binder. All the other big hits are cards that I think might be worth grading. I'm going to, excuse me, I'm just going to have those in the grading sleeves. But again, off to a good start there. Let's just move these over a little bit. We're going to do a separate pile for the Amano artwork because most of them should be hero rarities, but he kind of deserves it. So he gets his own stack for sure. So there we go. And then our hits going to stack up here. And then again, I'm going to line them all up top as we go along. All right. Going to pick this up a little bit. I know I'm dragging this along, but I'm excited. Ooh. especially all this brand new artwork and stuff that is kind of burned in my brain, like this here. This is the Corsair from Final Fantasy 11. What I like about a lot of the Final Fantasy 11 cards is they're all screen grabs from the game for the most part. So this is one of the character models from Final Fantasy 11 as the Corsair job. Absolutely amazing. I love that. We get the security officer from Remake, Vincent from 7 Remake. We get the soldier candidate. This is from Final Fantasy 7, the first soldier. Pretty neat. There's so many other side stories and side projects for Final Fantasy 7. But again, it was a very iconic game, very impactful for the franchise. So again, there's plenty of other side stories and movies. Definitely worth checking out. Kate Sith is another one of them from Final Fantasy 7. We get Trey from Type 0. I think our hit card is behind this, so let's take a look. Nope, not just yet. We do get the Thief from Final Fantasy 11 as well. Looks like it's an elven character using the Thief job. Absolutely love it. But let's take a look and see what's behind the Thief. Ooh, nice. Okay. So we're really following through with the 7 remake characters. We get Sid Highwind there. Very, very iconic. Fun fact about Sid. The character name Sid is used in almost every single Final Fantasy game. Besides maybe the first few. But it's just a reoccurring name. Now the character itself changes all the time. But it usually has some kind of tie to the last name Highwind. Majority of the time. Or has something to do with being a mechanic or working on airships. So they found a way to repurpose Sid throughout all of it, and it's a reoccurring character. At least the name is reoccurring. So let's see what's behind Sid. Ooh, man, that looks absolutely amazing. We get Dromalek the Wroth. That is a hero rarity. That card looks absolutely insane. This from Final Fantasy 12. So we get the Chimera Brain. This from Final Fantasy X. Very, very iconic for me. I played a lot of Final Fantasy X. It's probably my most played Final Fantasy. And that is a rare. We get Aerith. Very, very nice. Another rare. And we get Broden from Rebirth. All right. Let me sleeve up. We got too many moving parts here. Yeah, Sid gets it one of the other sleeves. Let me take all these out. Try and speed up the process here a little bit more. All right. I did mention previously that this is going to be a little bit of a longer stream, even though it's only 45 packs with the amount of cards and the amount of talking I'm going to do for all of these. And I always bring up some kind of random sea story or some kind of anecdote, so bear with me. Again, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so that's why I am the way that I am, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff here. But yeah, off to a very awesome start. I love all this different artwork. I'm excited to see what other legend rarities we're going to get. Especially some of the full arts that there's a good amount of. So yes, there absolutely are. So the big chase card is Aerith. It's similar artwork to that, but it has a gold signature on it. It will be a full art, so that's a big one. There is there's 2 characters on one full art. It's Zack and Cloud as a full art. That's a big chase. Outside of that, I haven't really looked up the set, to be honest. I treat it just like Pokemon. I kind of want to be surprised. Nice, another Final Fantasy 11 card. And Corsair right behind it. But yeah, there's definitely some big hits for sure. And big hits in terms of, like, if you pull the Aerith, that's like 700 plus, at least as of right now. So that just kind of give you an idea of overall value. All right, Cloud of Darkness, very, very iconic character. A villain that repeats through a bunch of different Final Fantasies. So, yeah, if we can see any big hits today, that would be huge, Wabbit, for sure. All right, so we got a hero rarity behind this one. Hopefully it's a full art. Let's take a look and see which one it is in 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Oh, yep, there it is. First full art. Wow, and the hero rarity, got Ifrit there. This is from Final Fantasy 9. Man, that looks absolutely insane. I can't remember the character's name from Final Fantasy 9, and I'll probably get roasted by my other fellow Final Fantasy friends. But, yeah, absolutely beautiful card. Very, very nice. First full art kind of brought that out to existence, so take that. Dr. Sid, again, kind of mentioning Sid. Obviously a completely different character here, but this one was from Final Fantasy 12 in the hero rarity. We get the Chimera Brain again. We get the Mandragoras, very, very nice. These reappear a lot throughout the franchise. And, ooh, Yang, another iconic character. That's from Final Fantasy IV. All right, cool. All right. Very, very nice. Definitely, yeah, it's worth getting for sure. Whether you're a big Final Fantasy fan or not, I think it's a lot of fun. A lot of very, very unique and really, really brilliant artwork, to be honest. And again, it's one of those things where, like, you know, it's kind of very underground as a TCG because a lot of people don't even know it exists and it's been out for a long time. So again, I mean, this is the 25th set, to put that into perspective. So yeah, it's been out for a few years now. And again, it's one of those things, if you're even a slight Final Fantasy fan, this is definitely for you. And all the different sets really focus in on different Final Fantasies. So you can definitely research and try to figure out which, you know, Final Fantasy are going to be featured in that set, and maybe that's a set for you. But yeah, absolutely amazing. I love every bit of this here. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Gimme Cat, 1, 2, 3. All right, so there should be a hit behind this one. Let's take a look and see which one it is. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, nice. I'll take that. So again, even for the regular cards, right? And this is just a common, so it's nothing crazy. But all of them have this absolutely beautiful holographic, what they call the premium cards there. They're just reverse holos or holographics, if you will. But every single card in the set has this, right? Outside of, you know, the crazy higher end cards. But still absolutely beautiful. Ooh. Right to an Arita, or sorry, Arita. Right to an Amano artwork, we get the General from Final Fantasy III. And again, very, very unique art style, as you can tell. Very, very traditional in that sense. We get the Hell House. We get the Scorpion Sentinel, another iconic Final Fantasy monster or enemy, if you will. And then we get Abzu from Final Fantasy VII Remake as well. All right. Very, very nice. Let me sleeve up the Amano artwork. I was really hoping to get some more Amano artwork cards because I have a mini binder almost filled with them. And I'm still missing a whole lot. But yeah, glad to see more of those. Go ahead and sleeve this real quick. Put it onto the stack. Move these out of the way. A lot of trying to stay organized. We're almost done with the pre-release kit though, and we're off to a very strong start. I cannot wait to get into the booster box. So if booster boxes are similar in terms of like how they're kind of formatted and how I've opened the previous, you get a chance to probably get 2 to 3 of the full arts, right? And then you'll get a good amount of legends out of those as well. So very, very excited. Hopefully, again, no duplicates unless it's higher end. Then yeah, bring on the duplicates. But let's take a look and see what we have. Amaranth. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Absolutely beautiful card from Mobius. Again, this is a premium card there. Again, so much amazing artwork. And I like how they just kind of just embedded the holographic pattern into the regular artwork. And again, this is a hero rarity, so a little bit of a step up. Ooh. Oh, good old Reno. I love that card. And it's so funny because the shadow in the background, if you can see there, is Rude. So it's his counterpart, his dynamic duo, if you will. So I'm assuming if we pull Rude, which I'm really hoping for now, you'll see the Reno outline in the background. That is a legend rarity. So put that up and off to the side. We get King. We get Ursula. Okay, nice. And then we get the Scar again. Gonna make sure I'm keeping all these together. I'm gonna go back through these again. So obviously, if I miss something or I put it in a weird pile, it's all good. I'll fix it later. But let me sleeve these up. Yeah, let me sleeve up Reno in one of these. I know, let me use a regular sleeve for this one. If we pull the premium version, I'll sleeve that up differently, but absolutely beautiful there. And then a regular sleeve here. Very, very nice. So what I'll do is, because obviously we're going to run those situations where, you know what, let me finish this first because I don't want to get too sidetracked, but I'll resort all this here in just a second. On to the next. 30 minutes in on just the pre-release. Oh man, look at that. I love it. Good old Iron Eater. It's a Very, very iconic NPC from Final Fantasy XI. One of my favorites because he is a Galka, which is the race that I picked to play, and I still play today in Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, he was in the main city-state of Bastok. Very, very awesome character. Good start here. We got another Final Fantasy XI character. We get the Paladin. We get Porum. We get Dine. This is from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Ooh, hold on. Yuffie almost skipped you, sorry. Another Final Fantasy VII card. We have the Abzu. It's a weird, yeah, that's a weird creature for sure. All right, Kate Sith. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, so there should be a hit behind this one. All right, Kate Sith, what do you got behind you? Maybe have some good luck. We'll go the Gold Saucer. If you know, you know. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, nice, nice. We get a rare. We get a premium rare from Machina. Very, very nice. I'll gladly take that. We get Ace. Cool. Another card from Type 0, or another character from Type 0, rather. This is a hero rarity. We get Lucia from Ever Crisis. Machina again. And then we get Matt. All right, nice. And these are all rares. Okay. All right, put these over here. Let's sleeve up the Machina. All right, last pack from pre-release. We'll do a very quick recap on just this, and then again, a full booster box of Tears of the Planet. Look at that. I love it. Good old Chocobo. Very, very iconic creature from the Final Fantasy franchise. It's become one of the staples. It's almost like Pikachu at this point. If you think Final Fantasy, you think of Chocobos. There's so many different iterations and designs for the Chocobo throughout the years. Nice, we got Iron Eater again. All right, we got the Queen here from Final Fantasy. Oh, from Pictologica. The Gubu. That's awesome. I love it. So, Gubu, as you can tell, is a very weird creature. I have an attachment to the Gubu from Final Fantasy XIV. There was a very, very exclusive mount that you could only get from like the first year and a half of the game before they shut it down, re-released it, and revamped it. I think there is a summon for it for sure. But yeah, the Gubu is super iconic. I use this mount a lot when I play Final Fantasy XIV. But just, yeah, they're a giant creature with a huge mouth. Super creepy. Let's see what's behind it. Ooh, that's still a common, so we still have a big hit behind it coming. But we get Sophie from Mobius. All right, Sophie, what you got behind you? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Love that artwork from Barrett. Absolutely amazing. Again, Final Fantasy VII. This is the Rebirth artwork, but absolutely beautiful premium card. This is a legend, so we're picking up a lot of the legends. Very, very nice. We get Mateus from Final Fantasy XII. That's a hero rarity. We get the Cutter. We get Barlaya from 10-2. And we get the Scar again. All right. So, pre-release kit did us well. Hopefully the booster box follows suit. I'm just going to reorganize this just a little bit because obviously we'll keep the legend rarities down here. But the big hits I'm going to put across the top here. Let me sleeve up Barrett. Yeah, we'll do any of the legend rarities. We can go up top here. And then any of the regular just premium cards, if you will, we'll put them down underneath. Yeah, pretty strong start for sure. So like stuff like this, we get a rare, a legend here, a hero, common, this. Yeah, and if it's a full art, no matter what it is, it's going up top. And then we'll set aside some of these other Final Fantasy ones. We'll just leave it in the stack. I'll sort it later. Hero, common, Tifa, and again, young Sephiroth to start us off. Yeah, pretty strong so far. So if you look at that right there, we got 3 of the, 14 legends I said there were? Yeah, all legends. Just verify that. Look at the back. Nope, not on that one. Sorry. Let me grab one of the packs real quick. Yeah, 14 legend cards. So we have 3 of the 14 so far. I'm super excited to see what other ones we're going to get. But again, I can lay this all across the top here. And trust me, there's plenty more awesome hits to come. But yeah, hopefully we can get the Rude and then maybe even the premium version of those. All right, so here we go. We got everything nice and organized. The common stack is obviously going to be absolutely huge, but getting right into it, the booster box. Again, 36 full packs. You can do the math. It's going to be a whole lot of cards coming out of this box, but I'm excited, and hopefully you are as well. If you enjoy this kind of content, I'll do the shameless plug now. Make sure you hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have friends that are into Final Fantasy but didn't even know that there was a TCG, send them by. Send a link over, share this, show them the other content that I make. It's really, really fun. And again, I think this is something great for all Final Fantasy fans, whether you're as let's see, how can I word this without coming off as big of a fan as I am, or just someone that casually plays. Oh, okay. So one of the cards I was talking about, I didn't realize that you can get it as the box promo. So this is the Zack card I was talking about. Zack is literally carrying Cloud there. Absolutely beautiful. I didn't know it was a promo like this, which is huge because I was really hoping to get this card. So there we go. We got one of the big hits I was looking for. Obviously, I mean, it's still a legend rarity, so I'll take it. But this may also be a signature card, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. So we're just going to put you over here, right? So you got the other promo here. Now we have both of these here. Absolutely beautiful. And I do like that it's in its own sleeve. I probably won't take it out. I may end up getting another one and get that graded. But, yeah, we'll just go like that. All right. Obviously, this isn't going to fit on screen, so I'm just going to take this out from here. There's 3 stacks of 12 here. I'm going to do my best. Let me try and do this here. I'm going to move it over here and just try and mix these up a little bit. Yeah, this is a lot of packs for sure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And in theory, all I'm doing is I'm just making 3 new stacks of 12 here. Let's go 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so now that they're all mixed up, I'm going to put them back in the box in a certain order. So we're going to do that middle stack first. Then we're going to come over here and put you in the middle. And then we're going to put this, I probably should have put this in. No, that's all right. You guys know what I'm doing. Don't know why I do this and make things overly complicated, but it's all good. It's fun for me, so. All right. While I'm doing this, let's just take out this first stack here. We're going to do the one that was on the far left. And then, again, we have the other 2 stacks still sitting there, so let's move this here. All right. Let's see. Let's slide this over a little bit. These can go up here. Let's just scrunch all this down just a little bit to make sure we can still see everything. All right, so we got our hits here. All right. Everything looking good? You guys hear the music, by the way? I just want to double check that just to make sure. All right, I think we got everything we need. It's so funny how I have this giant open space over here, but it's all right. I'll cram everything over here. All right, we push on. Again, 36 packs of this. We're going to end up opening up 45 packs of Tears of the Planet. All right, so now we should be able to pick up the pace for some of these here. Obviously, I'll stop and talk about any of the new artwork that we see or any cards that are iconic to me. We get Zidane in his Chibi form from Pictologica. Edward from Final Fantasy IV. All right. We get the Thief. All right, so let's see what's behind this one. All right, Thief, what you got? Ooh, okay. Strong start. We get a full art right away. We get Cagnazzo. Or Cagnazzo? Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, Wabbit. Absolutely beautiful card. This is a creature from Final Fantasy IV, and it is a rare. We got the Chocobo chick. Nice. Final Fantasy VII Remake there. That is a hero. And then we get the Chimera Brain. We get Kane. And we get Lenora. All rares. All right. Man, this is absolutely amazing so far. And again, the set's been out for a little bit. It's still, you know, obviously the latest and greatest set. But it was kind of crazy how they did like the Legacy Collection and then immediately followed up with this one. I think the set after this, whatever that set is, will probably come out in the summertime, maybe even early fall. They like to space this out, right? Unlike other TCGs, they don't like to just, you know, stack all this up on top of you over and over and over again and let you feel overwhelmed. You know, it's going to be a weird comparison, but I compare this a lot to what Halo is to Call of Duty, to where, you know, Halos over the years, whether you liked them or not, they took their time. You know, they weren't pushing them out every single year. Where Call of Duty is just on this annual cycle, and they're obviously not getting any better. Call of Duty has a huge fan base. I won't get into this whole discussion because obviously there's people that are going to freak out. But just in terms of like how they push content, right? So same thing with this compared to Pokemon or any of the other TCGs. They really take their time with this. And again, too, there's so many different art styles and illustrators tied into this. So it's well appreciated from a huge Final Fantasy fan. Take your time. Don't rush any of these sets. All right. So this should be card number 7. Let's see what's behind Necron. Ooh, we get 9 as the premium card. Very, very nice. It is just a common. We get Rem. Okay, so another legend. Okay, nice. Very, very nice. I was interested to see if we get any of the Type 0 cards as legends. Ooh. Very, very nice. Absolutely beautiful card there. So this character, originally from Final Fantasy IV, she does make a remake, or she does make a return, sorry, in Final Fantasy 16. Absolutely amazing. That is a rare. We get Ursula. And then we get Barlaia. Let me see if I can try and pronounce this. Barbacasia? Yeah, we'll go with that. Barbacia. Yeah, sure. Anyway, all rares, all beautiful cards. Let's keep rolling. Sleeve up the legend. Regular sleeve for this one because, again, it's a legend rarity, but it's not a full art. It's not a premium version of the card. So, and then obviously we will sleeve up number 9 here. All right. Come on. Oh, let me clean everything else up. I got sidetracked there. All right. Let's see what we can get in this one. Start on off with Yuffie. We get the Borgin, Avalanche member, Elite Riot Trooper, the Queen. We get Necron again. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Cloud of Darkness. Looked like potentially another full art behind it. I just saw shiny and I kind of panicked. Obviously, I want to give them their spotlight. But let's take a look. Cloud of Darkness. Go ahead and get out of the way in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nice. Good old Volker snacking like usual. Another iconic Final Fantasy XI character. So sick to see it in the full art. Man, that looks absolutely amazing. I love that art style too. Definitely different than the art style used in the game. Ooh, Golbitz, a very iconic villain from Final Fantasy IV. Reintroduced in multiple Final Fantasies. That is a hero rarity. We get Aerith again. Obviously, we're looking for the big Aerith card. That would be insane. We get Kuja, another iconic Final Fantasy character. This from Final Fantasy IX. And we get... Oh, so that's what the regular version of that card looks like, by the way. So obviously, you saw we pulled the full art a little bit earlier. But that is the regular version, obviously, with all the text blocks and stuff on there. Very, very nice. All right, let me sleeve that up. All right. Again, starting to see a lot of the different legends. It would be nice to pull all of them, or at least a variant of one, or of each one. All right, Soldier Candidate. What's the best all-time Final Fantasy set? Ooh, that is a good question. Because there's so many good Final Fantasies mixed into these sets, you know, I might have to get back to you on that. I was gonna say maybe the Legacy Collection that just came out because they did like a greatest hits and introduced some new cards. But greatest sets so far, I don't know. I think like some of some of the older sets, as I drop that all over the place, like Opus 1, Opus 2, um, even like I don't know. I've opened 4, 5, 6, no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, that is a tough question. I'd say probably, if we're not counting the Legacy Collection. Ooh, hold on. If we're not counting the Legacy Collection, maybe. Man, you got me on the spot, Wabbit. Hold that thought. Put a pin in that one. We'll definitely come back and remind me, because some of the sets after like Opus 10, they obviously started using their own set names. And I'm just drawing a blank on what they are, because there are definitely some good sets once they drop like the Opus name and start naming them all. But I will get back to you on that for sure. Please remind me. All right, Zidane. Let's see what's behind Zidane. Ooh, very, very nice. We get the Rubicante, another iconic character from Final Fantasy IV. That is a rare premium version. We get Mateus again as the hero rarity. We get King, Glenn from Ever Crisis, and Yang. Man, that's... Gotta think. You know, it's gonna bug me. Hold on one second. Because I have all the boxes right next to me. Hold on one second. I don't know. That's such a tough choice, because it would be different, Wabbit, if they just had a set that's like, all right, these are all the cards from Final Fantasy V or Final Fantasy VI. Even this one, right? Like, it's heavily focused on Final Fantasy VII, but there's so many other Final Fantasies mixed into it. It's hard to pick a favorite set. Man, that is a really tough choice. All right. Okay. Yeah, hold me to that for sure. I'll definitely come up with something. I'll go through all the sets that I have and look over all the boxes and like even like the set list, and I'll get you an answer for sure. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have Amarant. Let's take a look and see what's behind that in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we get the Queen. Now again, this is a premium version of this card. It is a hero rarity, so a little bit of a step up. Very, very nice. We get 7 as another hero right behind it. Red 13 shows up outside of the regular promo version that we got. Absolutely beautiful rare. We get Nuge from 10-2. And, ooh, Rude. Okay, that's actually sick. Okay, hold on. That's absolutely amazing. Let me put these here. So that's crazy. They only gave, man, that's a little disrespectful if you're going to ask me. Like, they made Rude a rare, but Reno a legend. Now, granted, they're both legends to me. They're both absolutely iconic. But that is so sick. I love how they did that. I'm going to keep Rude up here because you can't have Reno without Rude and vice versa. I would love to see the premium version of these cards. If I do get the premium version, they're going to go in the grading pile. If not, I'm going to send these ones to get graded either way. A very iconic dynamic duo from Final Fantasy VII. They're I don't know, they're a perfect pairing, if you will, where one's kind of a smartass and snarky, and the other one's just all business. But even you have scenes like during the movie Advent Children where Rude's glasses get broke, and as soon as they get broken, he just takes them off his face and pulls out in another pair. Yeah, the silhouettes are amazing, right? What's up, Mewtwo dude? Yeah, so he pulls off his glasses and immediately puts on another pair. But yeah, Reno and Rude, absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad I have both of these now. Yeah, we've been doing really good, dude. Pre-release was nice. I didn't realize that you get this card in the booster box. I thought this was a card I was going to have to chase, so I'm glad that I have this. And then obviously you get the pre-release Red 13. But yeah, we're doing really good so far. I'm enjoying every bit of this. Glad to see you here. Excited to see when you get yours in, and I'm interested to see how your pulls are. All right. All right, so Paladin from Final Fantasy XI. We get Porum, Dine, Yuffie. We get the Queen again. Necron. Oh, well, fat fingered that one, but here we go. We get Glenn as the premium card there. I just love this holographic pattern. Looks absolutely amazing. This is a rare, so nothing crazy high end, but still a beautiful card, and is the premium version of that card. So can't complain about that. Let's move this off to the side and see what else we have. Ooh, regular Sephiroth. Oh, dude. Mewtwo, dude. Did you see this? We pulled it. This is our first hit. We got the young Sephiroth, dude. This thing looks absolutely insane. So regular Sephiroth that's been portrayed for forever, right? The quote-unquote craziest antagonist. And then this is young Sephiroth here. So absolutely beautiful card there. Yeah. All right, so we get Sephiroth here. Sorry, just freaked out just a little bit, but Sephiroth deserves it. He's very, very awesome. We get Aerith right behind it. Very, very funny that the two of them are back to back. If you know, you know. We get the Hell House, and we get Matt. Man, this has been a lot of fun for sure. All right. Premium cards here. All right, next. Ooh, Cecil starting off this one. Very, very nice. We get 9. We get Menad. We get Jack from Type 0. Soldier Candidate. The Gubu. I love this artwork so much. Gubu, very iconic creature for me. It's just hilarious looking. It would be scary to see one of these in the wild for sure, I'll tell you that. All right, let's see what's behind Gubu. We get Trey from Type 0. Ooh, and we get the Thief as a premium card. Very, very nice. I love that. I love my Final Fantasy XI cards. Regular Sephiroth. All right, nice. So we get both versions so far. Absolutely beautiful. So we get the regular and the premium version of Sephiroth. Put you up over here. We get Ursula. We get Lenora. And we get the Scar again. All right, here. Crunch this over here. Let me sleeve up Sephiroth. And sleeve up the Thief. You know, the Thief gets a grading sleeve. I do have a pile of Final Fantasy cards, or Final Fantasy 11 cards specifically, that I want to grade. So, all right, so we're looking good on hits. Once we're done with this stack, we're going to look at all the legends that we got so far. Again, there's only 14, so I think we've got a good amount so far. And again, here are all the different rarities that you can get from this set. And again, it's saying premium just means, again, you can get a counter or the reverse or a holo version of each card. All right, starting off with the White Mage from 11. We get the Security Officer from Remake. We get Jack from Type 0. Vincent again from Remake. Come on. We get Deuce from Type 0. The Gubu again. I might have to grade one of these Gubus just for the hell of it. It looks so amazing. All right, let's see what's behind the Gubu. We get Thief again. All right, something peeking out on the bottom here. Potentially another full art. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm just getting too excited. Let's take a look and see. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it is not a full art, but we get this absolutely beautiful Hero Rarity Emperor from Dissidia Final Fantasy. Again, I just love how the premium artworks look. Just absolutely beautiful for sure. There we go. So there's the regular Zack card. So we got the regular one and the full art. Absolutely beautiful for sure. That's another legend rarity. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, so that's another legend rarity there. We get Gabal from 10-2. Or, sorry, Gip Paul. Yeah, that's a rare. We get the Mandragoras. And we get Cagnazaro. Cagnazzo. Yeah. Cagnazzo? Yeah, we'll go with that. That's a little bit easier to say. I feel like a lot of these cards, and again, I'm very into Final Fantasy, so even if something's throwing me off, you know it's got a weird name. But it's almost like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, where some of the cards and the names of Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just very, very confusing and convoluted. So, yeah, you're going to hear me butcher a bunch of names if you haven't already picked up on that already. All right, the legend pile is getting bigger and bigger. Still have a couple more packs to go. For this first stack, we do have 2 more to go. Again, full booster box, pre-release kit. That's kind of the gist of what you get with these. Outside of that, you can buy just loose packs like this. But that's all there is. There isn't, well, I mean, they do theme decks. But in terms of like other products, that's kind of it. They don't really have any other promotional products. All right. Cloud of Darkness. Now, last time we had Cloud of Darkness, we had a very nice hit behind it. Hopefully there's another one here, but let's take a look. What you got, Cloud? Ooh, okay, I'll take that. We got the Zidane, the chibi artwork there. It's just a common, but still it's a premium card, so I'll take that. We get the regular Emperor, again from Dissidia. It's a hero rarity. We get the Chimera Brain from 10. Mandragoras from the theatrical. And then Lenora again. All right. Move these over here. Sleeve this up. Very, very nice. And again, I'll go through and sort all these again. YouTube, we did get a couple of mono artworks already. I'll interrupt myself. Just 2 so far, but 2 absolutely beautiful cards there. Salamander and the General. So adding to that awesome binder that you know has been growing more and more. All right. Probably going to have to refresh the playlist after this pack, but let's take a look. Starting off with Luca. We get Cecil. We get 9. We get Manad. That really creepy creature. We're just going to call it Varg. The Gubu returns. The Thief and... Ooh, Cater. Okay, premium. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mono and Dragons, it's hand in hand for sure. Very, very nice Cater. This is a premium version. It is a common. Ooh, right on cue. Another mono artwork. We get the Kraken from Final Fantasy III. Absolutely stunning. That is a hero rarity. We get Nuge from 10-2. Cutter from Remake. And Kane from Final Fantasy IV. Absolutely beautiful. So all the mono artworks, obviously, again, they're getting double sleeve. They have their own stack. Need to order some more Dragon Shields here. Should be able to make it through the stream, but I'm running low. Got to place another order for regular, like, shipping supply stuff as well. Got to restock the store. All right. All right, coming down to these last couple packs in the first stack. What do you guys think? You guys enjoying this so far? I mean, obviously, I'm absolutely loving this, so you're not going to hear me complain about this whatsoever. All right, we have Dyne, Vivi, another iconic Final Fantasy character, Paladin from 11, Corsair from 11, Deuce from Type 0, 8 from Type 0, Sophia, absolutely beautiful artwork there. That is from Mobius. Let's see what's behind Sophia. Ooh, okay, nice. The Chocobo chick from 7 Remake. I like it. I like it. I want to say if you pre-ordered Final Fantasy VII Remake, you got this as a additional summon. Either that or you just got it early on into the game. But yeah, Chocobo chick, very unique design for the Chocobo there. That is a hero rarity. We get Pain from Final Fantasy X-2. That is another hero rarity. And then we get Lucia, Tifa, and Broden, all rares. Let's leave that up. There we go. Move these here. All right. Well-oiled machine. All right. Last pack from this first stack. All right. Let's see what else we can get here. All right. So we have Sinkei from Type 0. We get Armstrong from 9. The Soldier Candidate from First Soldier, Final Fantasy VII. Soldier Candidate, same thing. We get Cater from Type 0. We get Edward from 4. Sophia, I'd love to see this. If there's a full art of this, I want to see it. Or at least a premium version would be nice, but let's see what's behind it. Ooh, Avalanche member, okay. Just a common premium card, but still nice. Ooh, we get Dr. Sid once again, another hero rarity. Nice, we get the Rubicante again, a rare. We get Com Lanaut from Mobius. And then we get Cagnazo. There we go. Finally saying them all right. At least I think so. All right. Condense these. All right. First stack done. So let's look at how many different legends that we got here. So, again, Zach, the normal version of this card is still a legend rarity. We get Sephiroth. Let me move that with the other Sephiroth. We get Reno, and that's the other thing too, Mewtwo. They made Reno as the legend and then Rude as a rare, but they're staying together. So here we go. So there's two different legends. Oh, I thought this was a full art. Why did I put this up top? Sorry. You go back down here. All right, another legend there. We get Volker full art. We get Rem regular version, not a premium, but still another legend. So that's 4. We get the full art here of the Cagnazo. I know, right? Absolutely insane. We got the other full art there. We got Ifrit from Final Fantasy IX. We get Barrett, absolutely beautiful legend card there. And then another Sephiroth. So in terms of legends, we're doing pretty good so far. I'm just going to lay this out here. Again, price stack them up just a little bit cleaner so we can fit more across. Because again, I'm hoping to see more legends as we go through. We got Reno and Rude here. We're going to do the back-to-back here. And then Zach. We'll put these here as well. Actually, let me do it the other way. Just so it can stack a little bit cleaner on top of each other there. There we go. All right. And we're getting back into it. Let's do the far right pile now. Here we go. Another set of packs. Put this up over here. All right. We're going to have to slide this over just a little bit. Perfect timing. Got to reset the music. All right. All right, how we looking? Maybe move this over just a little bit more. Trying to keep it organized. I know the OCD's kicking in. Slide it over a little. There we go. Adjust all these. All right, here we go. On to the next. Keep on rolling. Already 65 minutes in. I appreciate everyone coming through, whether you're here for 5 minutes or 5 seconds, or you're here for the entire stream. I truly do appreciate it. It does mean a lot. All right. Again, we're starting to see a lot of the same artworks over and over, so it's going to speed up this process. Kate Sith from 7 Rebirth. Palom. All right, so we've had some good luck pulling what's behind Palom, so let's take a look and see what you got here. Ooh, nice. All right, we get the Vincent. It is a common, but you're going to get one of the grading sleeves because, again, it's Final Fantasy VII. Let me go ahead and grab that. Another absolutely beautiful artwork right behind that. Again, this is the Adramelech? Yeah, we'll go with that. As a hero rarity. And then we get Machina, Yuna, and the Abzu as rares. Clean this up here. It's going to be a whole lot of bulk to go through. And again, like I mentioned in previous streams for Final Fantasy, I don't sort this by like taking the set and going through all the rarities. I sort this by the Final Fantasy it came from, and all of them say that on the bottom left-hand side. I know you guys just thought I was a genius and I know all Final Fantasy, but down here on the bottom, there's the obligatory camera bump. So this one here is from Pictologica, so that's how I'll go through and sort them later. Yes, I could do it by the set, and I probably have a good portion of this set complete by the time we're done with this here. But I just like to sort it by Final Fantasy. That's how I collect it. But that's just me. All right, Cloud of Darkness. I'm probably going to have to adjust the camera a little bit. How we looking? Did that bump shake anything off? We good? Still looking all right? It moved it a little bit. We fix this. Just move you back down. There we go. All right. Cloud Darkness. Again, we've had some good luck with what's behind this card specifically. Let's take a look and see. Ooh, okay. I will gladly take that. Same dragon, but this is the premium version now. Absolutely beautiful. We get Riku. So now we have all three of the ladies from Final Fantasy X-2. This is a hero rarity. We get the Mandragoras again, Hell House, and Tifa. All right. Clean this up. All right. And we're rolling. Come on. Actually, let me do this. Let's move you over here. Put this here, right? So we can still see this. This pile is getting bigger and bigger. I'm going to have to move the commons off here in just a second. But, I guess that doesn't work because of the glare. What if we put this over here? Is it as bad? It's not as bad. All right, we're going to move Zach back over. Again, this is just how my brain works, guys. Sorry. I'll probably apologize 12 more times. But anyway, here we go. I just see something. I'm like, oh, I need to adjust. And my brain doesn't let me just, oh, we'll get to it later. All right, so we get the Paladin. We got Corsair, both from 11. Security Officer, Vincent from 7. 8 from Type 0. Cater from Type 0. Amarant from Pictologica. Let's see what's behind it. Ooh, the Corsair Holo. Very, very nice. Got that absolutely beautiful premium card there. That's going to get sleeved for sure. Ooh, that looks nice. We get Shuyin from 10-2. That is a hero. We get Nuge from 10-2 as a rare. Kuja from 9 as a rare. And then we get Kag Nazo again. All right. Clean all this up. I'm going to move these commons out of the way because obviously we have plenty more to go through. I'll just put them right up top next to the booster box. All right, sleeve this up here. Absolutely beautiful. Love to see it. Not only because it's a premium card, but because it's from Final Fantasy 11. Probably, definitely top, maybe top 5 Final Fantasies I've put the most playtime into. Number 1 is definitely Final Fantasy 14. I'll just leave it up to guesses, right? Just to make chat a little more engaged and have fun. Just throw out numbers in chat, whether you're watching it now or you want to comment if you're watching after the fact, about how much playtime you think I have for Final Fantasy 14 now. A little bit of insight. It is the MMO version, so the massive multiplayer online version. We have, like I said, I've put in so much time. It's my most played Final Fantasy. Now for non-MMO, because again, Final Fantasy 11 is up there as well. Outside of that, Final Fantasy X is my most played Final Fantasy. When I want to say my last save file I have that I still mess with. Ooh. Nope, nowhere close on that one, Wabbit. Good guess, though. Ooh, Chocobo. Very, very nice. This is a common. Ooh, nice. Another Salamander. Very, very nice. Mewtwo, if you're still hanging out, dude, let me know if you want one of these Salamanders. We get Gapal, Red 13, and Scar. All right. It's funny. I was going to say my Final Fantasy X playtime, I think on one of my files I have like almost 400 hours. So that's my most played non-MMO Final Fantasy. And if we're just talking Final Fantasies overall, it's going to be Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 11, then 10. Behind that, I want to say probably Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 6. I played all the random spin-offs for 7, but that doesn't count specifically for 7. I'm still actually playing through the remasters series of Final Fantasy VII, so Remake and Rebirth. But yeah, any other guesses? Anyone else want to try and just throw a number out there? If you think it's too big of a number, just go ahead and try. You're probably not too far off. Oh, I got to sleeve up Chocobo after this. Didn't mean to forget about you, buddy. Don't worry. I got you. All right, give me Cat. Let's see what you got behind you. Ooh, nice. Scar. A little bit of a harder premium to see because the artwork takes up so much. Reminds me of the Team Rocket card from Team Rocket. Yeah, really hard to see that premium there, but it is a premium version. That is a rare. Nice. We get Volker again, regular version. That's a legend. I like seeing that too, especially because it's still the same. Yeah, still the same card number, right? But again, it's a legend rarity. We get Barb again, and then Brodin and Kuja. All right. Ooh, hold on. See, I'm gonna mess myself up. Let me go back. Hold on. I'm glad I just caught that. Even though, I mean, I could sort all this later, but commons, okay. All right, only one stack made it on there. All right. So total, you know, I'll say estimated playtime, right? Because I do play it all the time, and the number is always increasing. So I've had my Final Fantasy 14 subscription since August. No, well, technically September of 2010. The beta version was available in August of 2010. They took a 1.5 year break to do the relaunch, which they re-released with A Realm Reborn in 2012. And I've been playing that whole time since. I did the beta test for Realm Reborn. So I want to say I'm somewhere in the ballpark of like 380, maybe, yeah, I'd say 380 is a good, and again, I'll look it up later because I'm going to be playing later. About 380 days, yes, DAYS, days of playtime. So you were in the right ballpark with like the number, Wabbit, but yeah, days played. Think about that. That's over a year worth of actual playtime in game. So yeah, just a perspective to show you how much I like Final Fantasies, especially Final Fantasy 14. Throughout all of its changes, when people weren't playing it, during its hype, when Asmongold came through and all those other guys. Gotcha, Wabbit. Yeah, I've been playing since the beginning, and I'm not going to stop playing that game until whenever it shuts down. So yeah, I'm a lifer for that game for sure. All right, Cloud of Darkness, what you got behind you? Ooh, Rosa. Very, very nice. Haven't seen this card too much. Very, very nice. This is a common premium card. Move these over to the side. Bolden up that stack of commons once again. All right. Ooh, very, very nice. We got the Atmos card. This one's pretty sick because the creature Atmos, its mouth is a portal. So in theory, that's a portal to somewhere else. I don't really know where at. This is from Final Fantasy 9, so I'm assuming one of the zones in Final Fantasy 9. But yeah, really, really sick hero rarity. I would love to see the full art version of that. We get Yuna again in one of her weird outfits from 10-2, Mandragoras, and Kane. All right. Gonna have to start moving that stack of rares here soon. Yeah, I'll let it go just a little bit more. All right. That makes sense. Gotcha. Yeah, and that's one of those games too, especially Grand Theft Auto, where again, it's that live service open world game. You can do whatever you want. There's so much content there. The game has been out for forever, especially while everyone's been waiting for GTA 6 to come out. So yeah, kind of crazy. If you think about this, and we made the joke the other day, we got an open world Mario Kart game before we got Grand Theft Auto 6. Just let that sink in for a little bit. All right, Thief, what you got behind you? Ooh, nice. Kuja Premium. Very, very nice. That is a rare, but still an absolutely beautiful card there. We get Fusoya as a hero. We get Machina, Chimera Brain, and the Scorpion Sentinel. But yeah, kind of crazy to think. Open world Mario Kart. Never thought we'd see that. Wasn't even something I ever thought of, to be honest with you. But yeah, and again, people have their games. A lot of people that play like World of Warcraft and other MMOs like that. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of playtime, especially if you've kept up with those games. But it's always interesting to see like single player experiences, right? Like a lot of people have endless playtime in Oblivion and Skyrim, the Fallout series, you know, any of those games where in theory you could endlessly play them and play them over and over and over again in different play styles, different quest lines, even games like Fable, which again, there wasn't as much content because those games are older at this point. But there's a lot to do and a lot of different paths you can take in even games like Fable. I think 6 will be the last GTA. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Especially if they continue making it. Ooh, we got Deuce there. Especially if they continue making it that open world experience with all that kind of content and patches and updates. Who knows? It's just one of those things where how long do they want to milk GTA 6 across all the different gaming generations until it becomes antiquated or feels a little outdated, and then they'll refresh it with something else. But I mean, the model worked. Like obviously GTA 5 was a huge success, but it's been out for how many years now? Like we're over 10 years at this point. So yeah, they kind of had to do something and put 6 out whenever that's actually going to happen. But I don't know. Ooh, let's leave this up. Be interesting to see how long that runs for sure. I don't know. I'll say now I don't think it's gonna be the last GTA, unless it comes out and it flops, right? And it doesn't get the player retention that 5 did. Then yeah, they probably won't go forward with another. But I don't think. I don't know. It's one of those things where gotcha. It's one of those things where Grand Theft Auto has become so big, it would be insane for it to fail. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a game that's so massive, it's kind of destined to succeed. Unless they just absolutely botch it, and that community is so tight-knit, especially because that's all Rockstar really has. They're putting all their eggs in one basket, but we'll see. All right, give me Cat. Give me something cool. Let's see what we got behind you. Ooh, Barrett again. Very, very nice. Another beautiful legend there. I'll gladly take that. That's really like our first duplicate in terms of these kind of hits, which again, I won't complain about that. It's a beautiful card. Hoping to see some more of the legend rarities. Oh, we got Ace as the hero, Ursula, Hell House, and Rude. Nice. We got another Rude. Going to put that off to the side there. Was hoping to see a premium Rude. Maybe we could still get one. If not, again, I got I got one for the grading. Yeah, one in the grading sleeve already. We'll just normal sleeve this one, just so I know it's in the stack. So there we go. But yeah, here you go. This one's yours, Mewtwo dude. I'm gonna put this off to the side for you. Any other mono dupes that I get, I'll keep in mind. I'll take some more pictures for you later. All right, let me sleeve up Barrett. I have to track down the set list after this and see, especially, with whatever cards I don't pull, and just see what other cards are out there. All right, here we go. We got Rosa, Soldier Candidate, Iron Eater, again, very, very iconic, at least to me, Final Fantasy XI character. We got Sinkei. We get Slice, Necron. Ooh. We get Amaranth and the Were-Rat. Probably one of the creepiest artworks that we've seen so far. Again, it's just a rabid rat. But yeah, it's common premium. We'll take it. We'll put it in the pile. Oh, Zeeg. Very, very nice. Another iconic Final Fantasy XI character. Absolutely love that. Their hero rarity. We get King, Scar, and Matt. Very, very nice. Let's sleeve that up. All right, almost done with this stack, and think we're almost through. We got less than 15 packs to go. It's been a fun opening. Took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna, but I'm having a great time, and hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Forgot to sleeve up the Were-Rat. Hold on. Let me put this back. Okay. And back to it. So, we got Soldier Candidate, Were-Rat, and Rosa. We got Iron Eater. Love the artwork there. Zidane as a Chibi. We get Kate Sith. Amaranth. Let's see what's behind it. Ooh, nice. There we go. That is so sick. I was hoping to see it. There's the full artwork for Atmos. Again, it's a giant creature. Its mouth is a portal. And again, you can kind of see that other town and village in its mouth there. Yeah, that's super creepy, but an awesome full art. Glad to have that one. Definitely sleeving that up here in a second. We get Chadley. Haven't seen too much of Chadley from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We get Red 13. Oh, actually, that's the hero rarity, if I remember correctly. Yep. We get Red 13, Capal, and Berylisle. Berylia? Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, I'm going to take this stack out of the way. Oh, yeah. This thing is absolutely insane. And again, it's just one of these creatures that they've reintroduced through a lot of different Final Fantasies. But, yeah, that's creepy for sure. I like it. All right, good amount of full art so far. Got a bunch of legends. Still waiting for that one big hit. And again, I'm going to look all this stuff up after the fact, so I'll check pricing on stuff. We may have a huge hit on the table already, and I just don't know. But, again, even some of these full arts, right, even if they're not legend rarity, there's still value there. And this is a pretty playable TCG. So I know there's a lot of tournaments and stuff that go on in Tampa, which is just north of where I'm at. So might have to pop in and sit in on one, see if I can get some scrap packs. All right, we got Slice. We get the Abzu and, ooh, Amaranth. Okay, we got it as the premium finally. Pulled it plenty of times as the regular common. All right. Ooh, there's another legend. We get Lean, or Lien, from Final Fantasy X-2. We get Lucia, Yang, and Kuja. All right. So another new legend. Glad to see it. Again, we'll do full count at the end and see how many legends we end up getting out of the 14. I mean, at this point, honestly, what I want to see now is I want to see if we can pull Zack out of the regular set, because it does have a set number on the bottom, but it does have the PR next to it. So this is the promo version. But if we can pull this card from the set, I'd really like to see that. Outside of that, I want to see the full art Aerith. We've gotten a lot of amazing cards here. And again, I know we haven't seen everything yet, but I would love to see the Aerith. That's really what I'm looking for here. So here we go. Last stack, last 12 packs here, already pre-shuffled for my own convenience. You guys saw me do that earlier and struggle with it, but it was fun. Here we go. Last 12 packs as people blow up my phone because, of course, you know, I only do this twice a week, and you would hope that people know that I'm busy, but even if I put my phone in airplane mode and turn Wi-Fi on, people somehow get a hold of me. All right, anyway, we have Jack from Type 0. We have Vincent from 7 Remake. Menad from 4. Theodore from 4. Deuce from Type 0. Oh, man, I thought we could pull the full art Gubu for a second there. Absolutely beautiful. And this is the iteration from Mobius. Ooh, I thought we got a premium version of this for sure. Oh, Monster Hunter Wilds is really, really fun. It's one of those things, and I won't drag out this story, just quick. It's really, really fun, but for me specifically, I can't play it by myself. Now, yes, you can do hunts with NPCs and stuff like that, but that game is meant to play with other people. Even some of the side quests and stuff, and the playstyle that I have, it's very difficult for me to play by myself. But it's been really, really fun. We got a group of about, I don't know, 3 of us so far that we kind of, you know, rotate through and play when we can. It's a lot of fun. If you guys ever catch the guys from /frag, anytime they stream it, that's who I'm playing with. So if you see them on stream, 90% of the time I will be in that stream with them. Ooh, Pain. Got Pain as the premium version. That is a hero rarity. We get the Queen as the other hero. We get Aerith. Not the Aerith we're looking for, even though that's a nice card too. Cutter and the Scorpion Sentinel. Yeah, it's really, really fun. There was some wonkiness to it, especially with like the system settings. No matter what graphics card you have, no matter what CPU you have, it's weird. So definitely, if anyone's gonna play it, if you haven't already, take your time, do your system settings, tweak it to your own individual likeness. But yeah, some of the settings are it's weird. There were times where like I was playing with one of the bow guns, and anytime I would shoot, I would just plummet frames. And then I kind of, yeah, it was weird. But again, fun game. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm getting to like almost Hunter rank 70. I'll probably hit that sometime this weekend. All right, gimme cat. Let's see what you got. Right behind you. Ooh, Porum again. I think we pulled the premium version of this before. Still a beautiful card, and that is a common. Move these off to the side here. There we go. See how fast the commons stack up? It's insane. All right, let's see what's behind it. Ooh, haven't seen this yet, but I recognize this character. Final Fantasy 12. This is Famfrit. Really, really cool. That's a big water jug that holds on its shoulder. It drags in water from like moisture in the air, swirls all around, does these like big cyclones and stuff. You kind of see some in the background. Really, really awesome card though. I like that. That's another hero rarity. We get Rubicante, Gepal, and Matt. All right, just about to hit the 90-minute mark. Again, I appreciate everyone that's come through, whether you're only here for a couple minutes or you've been here the whole time. I truly do appreciate it. It does mean a lot, and I like the interaction with all of you, so that's why I made that huge switch to just doing live streams. I put some YouTube shorts here and there, but the other content I was doing before, it was fun, but I like the interaction a lot more. All right, Kate Sith, let's see what's behind you. Ooh, Palm. All right, so again, we've had some good luck with this one. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll have a big hit here. Let's take a look. Ooh, all right, nice. So we get Jack. It is just a common, but it is a premium card. I do like that purplish pink background and then the hollow pattern on top, so very, very nice. Nice, there we go. Red 13. So here is the promo version, right? Full art, absolutely beautiful. Got the stamp. There's the regular. Very, very nice card. There's a hero rarity. We got Lucia, Red 13, and Broden. Nice. Still pulling some new cards. Like to see it. Can I imagine how big this set is? But obviously, haven't seen too many duplicates in terms of the hits. And then again, you're still seeing a lot of different premium cards as well. So, all right. Keep on rolling. Back's hurting a little bit. Voice is going out, but hey, we're pushing right along. We got to the point where we've seen a lot of this artwork before, so I'm kind of just going through it. All right, let's see what we got here. Amaranth. So there's usually like 3 or 4 cards in this 7-card slot, if you will. So I kind of have an idea. Once we're here, the hit is behind it. But let's take a look. Maybe another full art, maybe a big hit. Let's take a look. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay, I'll take that. Red 13 premium, very, very nice. Gladly take that. Oh, and right behind it, we get another legend. Absolutely beautiful Cloud. That card is sick. I wonder if there's a full... I'm assuming there's a full version for that. Yeah, absolutely. Love that artwork, though, for Cloud. Definitely going into a grading sleeve for sure. We get Barb. Rude again, very nice. And Broden. Nice. That was huge. That was a good pack for sure. Some absolutely beautiful cards there. Goes here. Reno, you get, or I'm sorry, Rude, you get another sleeve, and you go into the rare pile. And then, yeah, absolutely beautiful Cloud there. Again, I have a huge stack of Cloud and Sephiroth cards I'm trying to grade in both English and Japanese. So that's going in the pile for sure. But look at all these beautiful hits. And again, by the time we open up the last pack, we will have opened up 45 packs of this brand new set, Tears of the Planet. It's a lot of fun. Some of the cards that I may not hold on to, I really want to bring up to this card shop in Tampa. They have a pretty good following in terms of the Final Fantasy players. So there's probably some playable cards in the mix of all this stuff here. All right, Necron, what's behind you? We get Palom, and behind you is... Ooh! Oh, I thought we got it. So this is what we're looking for, right? This is the Aerith. This is the premium version. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, it's... You and I have huge grading piles outside of Pokemon stuff and then Final Fantasy as well. So this card, again, absolutely beautiful. It matches the pack art. There's a full art version of this. So there's a regular. This is the premium version, right? Another legend. Then there's the full art, and then there's the signed stamp. I know, dude. Same thing, dude. I saw it, and I was just looking for the gold right away. But there is 2 other versions higher than this that you can get. And we'll look at that a little bit more here in a second. All right. But yeah, absolutely beautiful card there. It's always nice to at least get to the pack art card at least once. But again, there's 2 other tiers above this one. There's the full art, and then there's the signed stamped full art. Absolutely beautiful. I'll gladly take that. Man, whew. Still got a chance, though. Still got a chance. What's going on, dude? Yeah. So, and again, you came in perfect timing. So we just pulled the Aerith. Again, same on the pack art, box art. There are 2 other versions higher than this. There's the full art and then the gold signature full art. Maybe we can see either one of those. We still have the chance. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing so far, Ice-T. Yeah, very, very heavy Final Fantasy VII Remake set. Very, very heavy on Type 0. Very, very heavy on Final Fantasy IV. So if you're in any of those, this is a set for you. But let's take a look and see what's behind Sophie. It almost looks like it's another Sophie card right behind it. Maybe we got another premium version. It kind of lines up almost too perfectly. Let's see. And it is. I just saw it right from the bottom. It was just perfectly stacked on top of each other. So we finally got the premium Sophie there. Very, very nice. Again, this is just a common, but that is a damn beautiful common. Sid, again, absolutely amazing. A hero. We get King from Type 0, Glenn, and Abzu. All right. Coming down to these last couple packs. Can we pull a huge hit? I mean, I'm going to make an assumption, say that Aerith, even in its regular form, is pretty expensive. But again, I don't know the value of anything else that's on the table. Here's all the other premium cards that we've got so far. Pretty awesome stack. Again, we'll recap everything here just shortly. But yeah, if we can see the other Aerith again, or I'm sorry, if we can see Aerith again, or any of the other Amano artwork, or any other full arts, that's kind of what I'm hoping for now. So let's see what we got. Soldier to Soldier, Corsair from 11, Abzu, we get Trey from Type 0, we get Palom. All right, Palom, let's see what's behind you. Maybe it's a big hit. Let's take a look. Ooh. All right, so it's not super crazy. It is a rare, but it is a premium version of Gapal, so I'll gladly take that. We get Famfrit again, another hero rarity. We get Chimera Brain, Aerith, and Abzu. Not too bad. Again, I'm all for Final Fantasy. I'm not going to complain about anything that we get here. And again, even all the hits that we've gotten, very little duplicates. And if it has been a duplicate, we've gotten like the premium version and the regular version of a card. So, again, I'm enjoying every bit of this, and hopefully you are as well. A lot of stuff to sort through after the stream for sure. All right. So I'm gonna do something dumb here, right? And this is just all right, so let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the next card here should be a big hit card here. Put this off to the side. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. We're going to do a good old like Max Mofo Mega Pack here. All right, good. So I did it right. Off to the side here. We're going to do it here. We're going to do this 3 times. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right, and then 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. This goes over here. We quickly go through these, and again, this all artwork we've seen already. Good old Goobu and the Thief. All right, and one more. This is going to be a pretty mega pack for sure. But hopefully we have something hiding in one of these mega packs. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, and 4 from the back. Makes it a lot easier for my brain to process. Same idea. Flip all these. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. I definitely messed that up. God damn it. Should have just stuck with the system I had. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. Well, I definitely botched that one. All right. Let's take a look and see. All right. Whatever that hit was, I put it back. So, all right. Let's take a look and see what we got. Good old mega pack here. Hopefully there's some big hits. Let's take a look. Okay, so I definitely miscounted. So there's a common. Did I really mess this up? Or is that a... Wait, is that a premium? It's really hard to tell. That might be a premium. Hold on. Well, yeah, it's got to be, especially for that slot. Okay, so we get Red 13 as the hero. I'm losing my mind. See, this is what happens when I try and do some oddball stuff. All right. Behind this, let's see what you got behind Tifa. Ooh, okay. All right, so I got this one right. So we get that. So the other one had to be a premium for sure. Nice, we get the General. So again, Mewtwo, it's a duplicate for me. You can have it if you want. We get Glenn. All right, Nuge. Let's see what's behind Nuge. Oh, where did it go? God damn it. I miscounted though, so it wasn't anything, thank God. I literally just spiked that card for no reason. Sorry, Scorpion. We got Yang behind it, so I didn't throw the nicer card. Ooh, Sarah for Mobius, okay. Hero Rarity. And all right, nothing too crazy. All right, kind of glad we didn't get anything too crazy there because obviously I absolutely botched that one. Apologize for that. That's what happens when I try and do off-the-wall stuff. So, this has to be our premium, right? Yeah, it looks like it's got a little bit of hollow foil on it. It's definitely different than the regular one. Not just because how my brain works. I'm going to look over all these again to make sure we didn't miss anything, right? Because miscount once, there could be a huge card in here somewhere. So hold on, yeah, that's definitely a premium card, okay. All right, so I didn't miss anything there. Man, absolutely insane. Almost botched that, guys, sorry. All right, so nothing too crazy here. All right. Oh, that's just a sleeved card. Look through these again. Another Red 13. All right. Okay. So let me sleeve all these up. Love how I just absolutely threw that card, by the way. All right, last 2 packs. Here we go. Again, this has been really, really fun. 101 minutes in to the stream. It's definitely been a long one, and I'm feeling it for sure. Let me sleeve up this other mono card for Mewtwo. Man, I'm almost out of my Dragon Shields. Actually, that might have just been... Yeah, that was... Wait, hold on. Yep, that was my last Dragon Shield, but it's all right. I'll order more. Even if we pull something crazy, obviously I'm going to put it in a grading sleeve, so... All right, here we go. Nothing crazy on this one, just regular. Going through the pack. Going through the motions. All right. Palom. Let's see if there's anything behind you. Maybe one more big hit hiding in here somewhere, potentially. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Nah, we'll figure that out later, dude. Don't worry about that. Just appreciate you coming through and joining the stream. We get the Abzu rare, and that is a premium card. Ooh, another legend. Okay, we haven't seen that one yet. I feel like we got pretty close to pulling all the legends out of this one box. We'll have to look. We get Machina, we get Cam, and we get Bara. All right. I don't know. We'll have to count this out. Again, 14 total legends that could have been picked up or could have been secured from this box. Last pack magic. I don't know, but I'll gladly take it for sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can pull Aerith out of the last pack. Again, I won't be streaming on Sunday. I will be traveling, but I'll be out of town for work. I'll be back next Friday. So if anything, depending on what time I get home, we might do a late stream, or we'll just save it all for Sunday. I'll recap the trip, and we'll go from there. But here we go. Last pack for Tears of the Planet. Starting off strong with the Corsair from 11. We get Chocobo. We get Vivi. We get Kurosami. We get 8. Come on. We get Trey. All right, Palom. Last chance here. Give us something huge. I would love to end this stream with an absolutely amazing hit, but again, I'm not going to complain. I've enjoyed every bit of this so far. Let's see what we got in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, okay. Not a crazy big hit. It is a premium card. It is a hero. So the second highest rarity. Absolutely beautiful. I'll gladly take that, though. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, okay, nice. So we got the regular Ifrit. Okay. I like that. We did pull the full art super early on. I think we got out of the pre-release kit. Nice, beautiful card there. We get Barb. We get the Cutter. And last, but definitely not least, good old Tifa to end us off. Very, very nice. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's take a look. Let's recap all of this. And then, yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat. And then I'm going to sort all this stuff. So, obviously, commons. You guys saw all those. Just going to put these off to the side here. Again, I'm going to sort those later. All of our rares. There are some nice rares in here, especially the cards from Final Fantasy VII. My favorite rares outside of the characters from 7. Well, I mean, he's still a character from 7, but Rude is probably my favorite rare out of everything, or out of this whole set. I'm probably missing some, but yeah, a lot of absolutely beautiful rares. Still looking at that comment, Wabbit. Definitely healthy for sure. I love it. All right, so the heroes, again, a lot of absolutely beautiful cards, and we saw some of these as premium cards. Some of these were full arts. Tough to pick a favorite out of these here. A lot of absolutely beautiful cards for sure, though. Nice to see Sephiroth, Golbits. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. Nice to see that Ifrit on the end. The Amanos. We got 3. We got Salamander, General, and the Kraken. And then we pulled 2 others. We got Salamander and General as well. Again, both of these are for Mewtwo. All right. So, our stack of premium cards here. Again, massive stack of cards here. A lot of absolutely beautiful artwork. Again, you have your traditional premiums, and you have some of these other ones a little bit fancier, like that one. But again, I'm going to go through all this after the stream. I'm going to look up pricing. Not like I have any intent in selling any of this stuff right now, but just to have an idea of how valuable some of these cards are, whether they're full arts or not. I'm so glad this came with it. This was one of the big cards I was hoping to get. So it was nice to see that it's a box promo. And then obviously we get Red 13 from the pre-release kit. 2 absolutely beautiful promos here. 1 legend, 1 hero. And then let's look at all of our big hits here. So, all right, so legend. So there's 1. Well, sorry. Got to put Aerith at the very front. You know, she is the figure on this whole entire thing. So there we go. We get Maya or Mia. So there's 2 legends. We get the absolutely beautiful Cloud, so there's 3. We get Leanne or Lennon. That's 4. Atmos, this isn't a legend, but a full art, so we're going to put you off to the side. Barrett, legend. Volker, legend. But we did pull the Volker full art as well. So I'm just going to stack these on top of each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legends so far. We get Kag Nazo, not a legend. We get Ifrit, not a legend, but beautiful hero. We got the regular Zach, so there's a legend there. It always bugged me that they spelled his name with a K. It's the improper way to spell Zach. I would know because my first name's Zach, but anyway, we'll take it. So there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with Reno. Rude, sorry, we got to put you in the other pile, bud. Move these off to the side for right now. Rem. Barrett again. Move these all off to the side. All right, of course I messed it up, so let me lay these back down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10. Absolutely amazing. We grade the if you grade the Turks, you grade them. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'll kind of do it like I did with the other, with the art museum cards. Definitely in some kind of sequential order for sure. But again, not too bad. I can't complain about how well this opening went. Again, full arts, a lot of absolutely beautiful cards. We got the promos. Again, absolutely solid. But again, we got majority of the legends. So again, 10 out of 14 ain't bad. But that is going to do it for today's stream. Again, shout out to everyone that came through. Let me run through the list real quick. Mewtwo, Bad Wabbit, Ice-T. Who else came through? I knew Nugget was here for a little bit. Hilario. And that was everybody. Oh, and Trainer Glenn. Can't forget Trainer Glenn. Yeah, that was everybody that came through. Truly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite card from the opening was, whether you're a Final Fantasy fan or not. All absolutely beautiful. I'm super excited. Again, appreciate everyone coming through. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to sort all this stuff after I'm done, and then I'm going to look up some pricing. But that's going to do it for today's stream. Again, I will not see you on Sunday. Maybe I'll put another community note just so people are aware. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to try, especially before I have to travel on Sunday. But that's going to do it for me. I'm WakoBako. Take it easy, guys.